Hi everyone, good morning and happy Tuesday to you all. I hope your Monday was good. Okay, guys, today's topic is pre-framing a sales funnel. Okay, just to give you a context, we had talked earlier about value ladder and where a person starts with initial bait and then take the customer from one step to the next and then to the highest offering, okay, highest value you offer. Then we had talked about sales funnel, which helps you to take the customer from one step to the next step and then to the next step and to your final offer, okay. And then we have talked about 5 variables of sales funnel, which were mainly, we had talked about demographics, we had talked about offer, then we had talked about landing page, traffic source, and the ad copy. And I had also shown you a tool, something called SimilarWeb, which allows you to hack the funnel of or the your competitor's information. So these are all research points for you to make your sales funnel. So next point now we are talking about is pre-framing. Now what happens with pre-framing? Hi Manjunath, good to see you on the live video. Okay, so what we need to understand a pre-framing is basically you're changing the mindset of the person, or you need to understand from what mindset a person is coming to your opt-in page or your landing page. Okay, let's look at the concept in a real life scenario. What exactly a pre-frame is? Okay, pre-frame is mainly we are looking at, as per neuro-linguistic programming (NLP), a pre-framing is to gain the outcome you desire. Okay, a pre-frame is simply the state of mind you place someone in as they enter into the next step in your sales funnel, and then you change the frame of mind. Okay, in real life scenario, for example, let's say you want a favor from your wife. Okay, so what you would do is use a pre-frame. You would say, you will appreciate her. You will say, okay, I really like the way you dress, or the way you are taking care of the kids, and a great dinner. And then after you say all that, you put your point for the favor which you're asking for. So let's say you want to go a party with your friends. So if you first do a pre-framing, then most likely she will accept that, okay, and you will get a positive response. In another way, if you look at from a business perspective, let's say a person is coming from a pre-frame mind where he might have heard something negative about me. For example, let's say that somebody is talking bad about me and he says, I'm a liar, or I don't trust him, and he's unethical, and and you can go and see his new product. Okay, so if a person is going through all this information and coming to my landing page, most probably he won't buy. On the other hand, if a person says, okay, Dheeraj is an amazing person, I had a chance to meet him, we talked for an hour and I went through his learning, what he taught me changed my business and my life, and my company was able to go from nothing to $1 million of revenue in a year. Okay, so if a person is going through this information with this pre-frame, and then he comes to my offer or a landing page, they are most likely supposed to buy the products or the offers which I am making. Okay, there was a study done by MIT. What they did was they took around 70 economist students, and they said, today your professor is going to change, and they because the previous professor has gone on leave, so there's a new professor coming in, and they were doing a testing on the pre-framing. Okay, so what they did, they gave a bio of the new professor, and in the bio they mentioned some good things about him, and then half the people were given a bio that this person, just one phrase was changed. This person is a warm person, and in half the bios the phrase was changed to that this person is rather cold, or this new professor is rather cold. And then they went through the lecture of that new professor. And after the lecture was done, they asked them to give their feedback. Okay? And the people who had received the bio of Worm, right, they said he was good natured, considerate of others, and sociable. And the people who received the bio of cold, rather cold, they didn't like him at all, and they said he was self-centered, formal, irritable, and ruthless. So by just changing a phrase, in the bio, which is a pre-framing before the lecture happens for a new person, the response was totally different. Now let's take another example of a pre-framing. You might have seen various seminars or presentations or road shows by various people, and if the announcer, they introduce the person who's coming next, if the announcement is very cold or bland, the people interest will be very low, and if the announcement is very good, for example, there was an announcement made, where a person is talking about, let me take an example of Russell Brunson. He was introduced by Tony Robbins, who is supposed to be one of the top shot, motivational speaker, and he recommended him, and then there were several success stories, and then they included some testimony of other people who liked it, and then he was called on the stage. So with this pre-framing, it was great. The pre-framing helped the audience to understand the value of the person who is coming in, and they were great response from these presentations. So now you must have seen, all this happening in various scenarios, and what is happening, the mindset of people is changing when the pre-frame is different. So if I talk good about somebody, right, so if my audience is coming from with the pre-frame that I am a good person, I am helpful, and people have liked my videos, right, they will like to see more what I'm offering or what I'm teaching. Okay, if people have come with a mind frame or the pre-framing in their mind where they might not have heard good things about me, then the outcome would be very difficult or different. Okay, so this pre-framing works in different way with different type of traffic. You might have a cold traffic, you might have a warm traffic, or a hot traffic. Okay, so in business terms, why this pre-framing is important. The pre-framing makes the whole difference. So pre-framing is a mind set of the people who are coming to your sales funnel. And why it is important? Because when we talked about traffic which you control, traffic which you don't control, or traffic which you own. So what we are doing in this process is traffic which we don't control at all, right? That is completely cold traffic, right? They don't know anything about you. So that pre-framing bridge is required to bring them to your landing page. So if that pre-framing is done properly, then possibly you will have better outcome, better results of your sales funnel, right? And sales funnel, if you remember, it is helping you to take through your value ladder from step by step, right? Pre-framing works in real life scenarios also, like I gave example of your wife, right? It could be a friend, or it could be anybody, it could be a boss. So pre-framing does help in many ways, right? In real life scenario as well as in your business, and especially when the audience is coming from a cold traffic to your landing page, to your sales funnel, right? So today's topic is more on the pre-framing side. There are many examples of pre-framing I touched upon, right? I hope it helps you. Think about it from the mindset of the audience which is coming to your landing page or your offer or your sales funnel. Okay, remember, landing page is the first page which they see in your sales funnel. Okay, we are going to go in the next video about 7 different phases of sales funnel. So this topic is used, so I will be taking that in the next videos. And enjoy your day, have a nice Tuesday, and I hope you're enjoying your videos. In fact, yesterday I posted a thing that it was amazing to see that we got something around 52,000 likes in I think 2 posts, and I'm still struggling to see how I can invite them into the Facebook page. There's amazing response coming, guys. Thank you so much, especially the guys. Hi Vikram, hi Thomas, and all the people who are watching live, and appreciating all the work which we are doing. Okay, guys, and we have also changed the name of our Facebook group. We have made it as Asian Online Entrepreneur Community. Okay, and we are shortly announcing Asian Online Community, Asian Online Entrepreneur Academy, which is going to teach you a lot of stuff, especially for people who are business owners, people who are thinking of starting their own business, people who are freelancers and who want to do something in the online space, okay, and they want to generate some passive income, right? So think about all these concepts which we are teaching you. I hope it helps you. Okay, guys, have a nice day. See you in the next video. Bye bye.